Hello friends, welcome to my channel HSMAR. Ajay এইটো ক্লাছত মই টেন্সৰ 30টা MCQ দি দিম। আশা কৰো ক্লাছৰ পৰা আপোনালোকে উপকৃত হ'ব আৰু উপকৃত হ'লে লাইক আৰু সাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰিবলৈ নাপাহৰিব। লগতে মোৰ অন্য ভিডিঅ'বোৰ চাবৰ কাৰণে আপোনালোকে ডেসক্ৰিপচনত লিংক দি দিম, আপোনালোকে এবাৰ চাই ল'ব। এতিয়া ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিছো। কোৱেশ্চন নম্বৰ 1 আছে fill in the blank with correct tense। এটা correct tense আমি হ'ব লাগে। সেন্টেন্সটো আছে by the time the meetings starts the days within bracket ase discuss the issue for 2 hours. Option A ase will be discussing, option B ase will have been discussing, option C ase have discussed and option D ase had discussed. Ete শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো কোনটো হ'ব? এতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব option B to will have been discussing, মানে এটা future perfect continuous tense ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা হৈছে। Number 2 is choose the correct verb form. C dash not oblique complete the perfect the project before the deadline last week. Option A is has not completed, option B is did not complete, option C is had not completed and option D is won't complete. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো কি হ'ব? ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব option C to had not completed. She had not completed the project before the deadline last week. ইয়াৰ অৰ্থটো হৈছে যোৱা সপ্তাহৰ সেই সময়ত আগতে তাৰ প্ৰকল্পটো সম্পূৰ্ণ কৰা নাছিলে। Number 3, fill in the blank with the correct form of the verb. If you dash within bracket call me earlier, I would have helped you. Option A is called, option B is had called, option C is will call, or option D is have called. ইয়াতে কি হ'ব? If you had called, option B to doctor, me earlier, I would have helped you. এটা past perfect tense ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা হৈছে। Number 4, fill in the blank with the correct tense. I dash will make it start this for 3 hours when my friend called me. Option A is have studied, option B is will have studied, option C is had been studying and option D is was studying. এতে কি হ'ব? শুদ্ধটো হ'ব option C had been studying. I had been studying for 3 hours when my friend called me. এটা past perfect continuous tense ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা হৈছে। Number 5, choose the correct form of the verb. By next year, she dash live in this city for 10 years. Option A is will live, option B is will have been living, option C is has lived and option D is lived. ইয়াতে কি হ'ব? ইয়াতে শুদ্ধটো হ'ব will have been living. Option B to is শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ। By next year, she will have been living in this city for 10 years. অহা বছৰৰ ভিতৰত তাই 10 বছৰ ধৰি এই চহৰখনত থাকিব। Number 6 is fill in the blank with the correct tense. He said that he dash wouldn't make it finish his work before the guest arrived. Option A has finished, option B is will finish, option C is had finished and option D is finishing. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব? ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব option C to had finished. He said that he had finished his work before the guest arrived. Number 7 is fill in the blank with the correct tense. By the time she comes back, I dash clean the entire house. Option A is will clean, option B is will have clean, and option C is clean, option D is have clean. Yate answer কোনটো হ'ব? Yate answer হ'ব option B to will have cleaned. Number 8 is fill in the blank with the correct form of the verb. When we arrived at the station, the train this at the background কি আছে already oblique leave. Option A is had already left. Option B is has already left. Option C is is already leaving. And option D is will have already left. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব had already left. এইটো হ'ব শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো the train had already left. Number 9 আছে correct answer এইটো option আছে এই sentence আছে কি they prepare for the competition for several months now. Option A is have prepared. Option B is had prepared. Option C is will have prepared. Or option D is have been preparing. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব option D তো they have been preparing for the competition for several months now. Number 10 is fill in the blank with the correct answer. The correct answer bahabo lage. See, this we can read the book for the last 2 hours when her mother called her. Option A is will read. Option B is has been reading. Option D is C is had been reading. And option D is is reading. Yate শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব option C to has been reading. Number 11 আছে এটো correct answer পাব লাগে he usually does go to the gym in the morning. Option A is goes, option B is went, option C is going, option D is will go. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব goes. Number 12 এটা correct form of verb আমি বহাব লাগে. By the time we arrived, they didn't get leave আছে. Option A is have left, option B is had left, option C is will leave, or option D is are leaving. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব option B তো Number 13 এটো correct answer বহাব লাগে. See, this work here for the last 5 years. Option A is has worked, option B is had worked, option C is working, option D is has been working. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব has been working. She has been working here for the last 5 years. তাই যোৱা 5 বছৰ ধৰি ইয়াতে কাম কৰি আছে. Number 14 এটো correct answer বহাব লাগে I study when she called me. Option A is I am studying, option B is was studying, option C is studied, option D is had studied. এতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব was studying. I was studying when she called me. Number 15 correct form of verb ইয়াতে বহাব লাগে by next year I complete my degree. Option A is will have completed, option B is have completed, option C is had completed, and option D is will complete. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব will have completed. option A তো হ'ব শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো Question number 16 এটা correct form of verb হ'ব লাগে she does read the book by the time I saw her. Option A had read, option B has read, option C was reading, option D will have read. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব had read. option A তো হৈছে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো She had read the book by the time I saw her. Number 17, complete the sentence. I dash within bracket wait ase for you for 2 hours before you arrived. Option A ase have been waiting. Option B ase had been waiting. Option C ase will be waiting. Option D ase am waiting. Ete শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব had been waiting. I had been waiting for you for 2 hours before you arrived. Number 18, fill in the blank with the correct tense. She dash within bracket finish her homework by 8 p.m. Option A say finishes. Option B will have finished. Option C has finished. Or option D say is finishing. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব option B to will have finished. She will have finished her homework by 8 p.m. Number 19, correct verb here হ'ব লাগে we dash within bracket travel to Paris every summer. Option A is travels, option B is traveled, option C is travel আৰু option D is are traveling. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব option C to we travel to Paris every summer. আমি প্ৰতি বছৰে গ্ৰীষ্মৰ পেৰিছলৈ যাওঁ. Number 20, by the end of this week, she dash within bracket work here for a month. Option A say will be working. Option B has worked. Option C will have been working. Or option D say had worked. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব option C to will have been working. By the end of this week, she will have been working here for a month. Number 21, identify the tense used in the following sentence. Sentence to give she had been waiting for the bus for over an hour when it finally arrived. Option A is present perfect continuous. Option B is past perfect continuous. Option C is future continuous. Or option D is present continuous. ইয়াৰে কোনটো টেন্স শুদ্ধ হ'ব সেইটো আমি উলিয়াব লাগে. এটা শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো কোনটো? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হৈছে ইয়াতে অপশ্যন বি তো past perfect continuous tense এই সেন্টেন্সটো আছে. আছে choose the correct tense. এটা তো correct tense তো আমি বিচাৰিব লাগে. কি টেন্সত আছে? By the time we reached the station, the train will have left. Option A is present perfect, option B is past perfect, option C is future perfect, option D is future continuous. এটা কোনটো টেন্স আছে? ইয়াতে আছে option C তো future perfect আছে. এটা হচ্ছে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো. Number 20 is which of the following sentence is in present perfect tense? Present perfect tense কোনটো sentence আছে হেতু আমি উলিয়াব লাগে. Option A আছে she is watching a movie. Option B আছে she has watched a movie. Option C আছে she watched a movie. আৰু option D আছে she will watch a movie. ইয়াতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব? কোনটো present perfect tense আছে? Option B তো আছে. She has watched a movie. It was a present perfect tense. Number 24 to correct tense ami bahaba lage. If I had known about the exam, I dash studied harder. Option A say would have, option B say will, option C say would, or option D say will have. এতে শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটো হ'ব would have. যদি মই পৰীক্ষাৰ বিষয়ে জানিলো হয় মই অধিক পৰিশ্ৰম কৰিলো হয় বা 25 তো আছে choose the sentence in future continuous tense future continuous tense কোনটো sentence আছে হেটো আমি উলিয়াব লাগে অপচন এ আছে I will be studying at 8 p.m. tomorrow option B আছে I study every day option C আছে I studied yesterday and option D আছে I have studied hard এর শুদ্ধ উত্তর কোনটো option A তো I will be studying at 8 p.m. tomorrow Number 26 to select the correct tense for the sentence correct tense কোনটো হবে হেটো আমি উলিয়াব লাগে He has been working here for 5 years now. Option A is present perfect, option B is present continuous, and option C is present perfect continuous, and option D is past continuous. Ito kunto tense ase? Ito ase? Option C to present perfect continuous tense ase ito. Number 27 to correct form verb bahabo lagi yate by next year he dash completed his degree option A is will option B has option C will have option D would yate শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ কোনটো হ'ব will have completed by next year he will have completed his degree Number 28 identify the tense the kunto tense as a sentence to ami uliab lage sentence to ase ki they are going to build a new house next month option A is present continuous option B is future simple or option C is future continuous option D is present simple or simple present eto kunto ase eto ase option B to future or simple tense ase eto Number 29 to yato ki korba lage ami tense kunto tense ase sentence to heto ami uliab lage by the time the sun sets we will have reached the destination option A is future perfect option B is present perfect option C is past perfect option D is future continuous tense eto kunto ase eto ase future perfect sentence to future perfect tense ase Number 30 is eto correct tense in past perfect continuous tense kunto ase heto ami uliab lage kise bosanto choose the correct sentence in past perfect continuous tense kunto ase heto ami uliab lage option ase they were studying for hours before the teacher arrived option B ase they had been studying for hours before the teacher arrived or option C ase they have been studying for hours before the teacher arrived and option D is they will be studying for hours before the teacher arrived yate kunto ase option B to ase past perfect continuous tense eto deber ase option B to তবে নগৰ ক্লাছ মানে ক্লাছৰ পৰা যদি আপোনালোকে উপকৃত হৈছে তেনেহলে লাইক আৰু সাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰিবলৈ নাপাৰিব ধন্যবাদ